Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Gosh, it's been a while. I'm moving way up north, and I'm packing every day. And I guess one of the saddest things is leaving the house that you love. For those of you who kind of weathered this out with me, thank you. Thank you. But so there's always a silver lining to all this. That is, as I was packing stuff to go, I ran into a pile of half-done pieces. And I thought, you know, I've only got watercolor, alcohol markers, some alcohols, and pencils, all different kinds, graphenite, you name it, all different, water soluble, whatever. But I found this. It's cool. See? Can you see? So we had just started it. It is a textured canvas. It's got some really cool thingies. And so let's work on it. I pulled my favorite colors. These are all watercolors. This is Daniel Smith's Quinacridone Gold. This is French Quinacridone Gold, but it's a different, itchy. And my cat's here now. I have Winsor Newton's Payne's Gray, and I have Grumbacher's Sepia. So, without further ado, let's go down. I'm gonna, so my mom doesn't get dizzy, I'm gonna go ahead and pause. See you in a second. Alright my friends, so I've got all my paint laid out in front of me, and I did forget to mention we are also using Grumbacher's Van Dyke Brown. Yeah. So I have my cups all done, and I have an extra cup here for water. I'm going to use a really good thirsty brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and put water in each one of these cups. I don't want to drown my colors that are in the cups, because whatever I have left over I can just let dry and hydrate at another time. But I do want them wet to do this, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with this form of Quinacridone Gold, Daniel Smith's, and you're gonna see how pretty she is. So I'm going back into the water with a wet brush, and I'm going to go ahead and lay her out here. And again, this is a textured canvas. So the quinacridone is picking up some beautiful beautiful textures. And because my brush is very thirsty, we can go ahead and continue to manipulate in this area as it thins out, which is really nice. I can go back in here and draw some more color. Now, so as I'm looking at this, and oh, let me get you back in focus here. Focus, focus. I'm going to take it up. Oh, I'm going to stay true to my texture here. All right. Now I love this. I love it a lot. And the beauty of this is that You see how it goes from a beautiful orange to a gorgeous, gorgeous yellow. I'm going to use the same water to clean that brush. Look at this color. Isn't it gorgeous? That's why they call it like a gold. It goes from a beautiful orange to a gold. So I'm going to go ahead and go in here and take away. I'm going to leave it strong in areas where I'd like it strong and weaken it in others. Like the back, I want a little bit, but not a lot of it. Beautiful. Now I want to take some Payne's Gray. No, let's do Van Dyke Brown. No, Sepia. Oh, make up your mind, lady. Alright, so I'm going into Sepia with a really thirsty brush. And I'm just going to put a little bit on here. And I want to go down here. And I want to just drag that around, let it mingle. Let it mingle with its neighbors, because you know what? Neighbors are a joy to have when they behave. They're not, they're not something to fear. Our neighbors are the bedrock of whoever we are in our neighborhood. They protect us and do all sorts of cool shit. And then again, you could have the neighbors I do on the other side, and they can be a pain in the ass. But we love them because, you know. Alright. So, I'm talking and not paying attention. So I'm throwing in the sepia. Throwing it in. I want to throw some down here. And this, if I recall correctly, was a canvas done with clear acrylic. Yeah, clear acrylic. So I'm just kind of cleaning up to give us a sense of place. You are here. You're right here. Where are you? You're here. Alright. Now I'm also going to go back in. And you're going to see I do this a lot when I'm working with this kind of material, because you really, it's the effects are just off the charts when you do. So, you know, you go back in a little bit. Just a little in here, not too much. Kind of want to brighten up the back. There we are. Now I want to show you, I'm going to clean my brush in here. You see this gorgeous color. Sepia, she's a good girl. I'm going to dry my brush a little bit. You know, not too much, but just enough. A little tap of water on the tip. Just a little tip. I'm going to take that in here, and I want to try, and we're just trying here. I'm just going to come up here. Following the natural textures made with plastic wrap. Well, it's not really plastic wrap, but you want to, if you want really thin lines, you just very gently go in an upward motion. Ooh, we almost spilled that. So we're kind of creating some woody textures. The thing I got going on here is these things will stick to anything. So, okay. So let's continue. What I'm going to do is bring you down. We're going down. Oh. How low can you go? Oh, Jeebus, that trust me. Woo. She's the lady's a tramp. Okay. I'm gonna dip some more in here and work up. Ooh, we need a little more agua, por favor. So, I don't know how your week was, but I want to know. So, if you want to share, that'd be great. And I'll tell you a little bit about my week. So, for those who don't know, and for those that are new to my channel, welcome. You'll find me a little bit of a nutcase. But I'm not crazy or anything. I just got a lot going on in my life right now, I'll tell you one. And I've kind of seen better days. I have felt better days. For those who don't know, I'm currently in the middle of not really the middle of a divorce. Couple of Fridays ago, I signed the divorce papers, and that was a little traumatic for me. But hard to say. It's all, everything happens for a reason, and it's okay. So, but I'm packing up my house, and I no longer have the studio. If you guys remember, I had a studio with several cameras for all different angles, and I had to pack up my easel. Oh, and you know, I lost the instructions. Yeah, I lost the instructions, so I didn't know how to fold that sucker down. Like, holy guacamole, that was something too. And I'm wearing well, as I'm packing, I have to wear a brace, you know, so I don't hurt myself. I had broken my back some time ago, and so there's that. So, you know, I have to be safe. And the X is not helping with any of the packing, because, you know, the reality of it is, over the course of 25 years, I collected a lot of stuff. So he's not interested in that, in helping in that respect, and that's okay. Because, you know, karma, whatever. So, everybody asks, I mean, not that everybody asks, but it is a thing that people are curious about when you say you're getting a divorce. People want to know, because a lot of people, they you know, after 25 years of marriage, people want to know what the hell happened there. Oh, well, his mom died, and so at the time that she was hospiced at home, he kind of got close to this girl. I know, pretty sick, right? And he preferred her over me. So, you know, that's how that shit happens sometimes, you know, you just gotta go with the flow. I was pretty bent up about it. It hurt. You know, betrayal is a fickle animal. And much like trees, you know. But I love trees, so no, I'll take that back. Betrayal is not like trees. But I think he did me a favor, because my mom, I always talk about her in my videos. I always say Chabela, and then I say my mom is 83. Yeah, she is. And I've only had an opportunity to go up north twice since I've moved. I know that sounds terrible, doesn't it? But I was always in a job situation that wouldn't permit it, wouldn't allow for the time or whatever. You're just fickle. So, now the game plan is, I'm going to be moving in. And you know what's really funny is well, it's not funny, but here's a reality. My mother is 83 years old. She'll be 84 in November. And she's still working. Still working. Can you imagine? To still be working. Oh my God. So I've taken this what was one tree, and I've made it into 2 trees. And so she still works. She works Wednesday through Saturday at the university. She sits in a chair and she takes the students' lunch cards or cash. You know? And I think that is freaking amazing. But my goal is to assist her into not having to worry about that anymore. You know, granted, I'm retired, so is she. Basically, she is collecting Social Security, and so am I. But with both of our Social Securities, or with my Social Security helping, she can retire. How cool is that? I'm excited because that's really what I want for her. So I just dip a little bit into the water, just the tippy tip, and then just the tippy tip touches the Van Dyke Brown, which is what we're using here. And kind of want to set this tree apart from its neighbor. You see, trees are happy neighbors. They don't fight about what color they are. Alright, I like it. Okay, so enough of that. Now I'm gonna wet the brush with a good dab of water, and I'm coming in here to kind of soften the joint. Soften the joint. I am gonna make those a little bit darker. Boop. I like you. I like you too. So another weird thing about for those who do follow me, you remember that I broke my hand. This one. And it was pretty rough going there for a while. But the cool thing is I can drive now because I have a 5-speed. And oh my Lord, I could not drive for the longest time. So now I can drive. All right, that's enough Van Dyke Brown for now. I think I'm gonna go over here. I love these brushes. They're really inexpensive. So I'm gonna take a dab of the water and a dab here, and kind of just make it more tree-like. Now you see it, now you don't. All right, that's enough of that for now, because we're not doing this whole piece tonight. So let me clean this off. I want to get to that other quinacridone color because she's gorgeous. So I'm going to give it a good thirsty brush. And this one is the French version of quinacridone gold. And she's darker and more yellow. So let's put her like in areas where see much more yellow than the other quinacridone, which is much more orangey. Aren't you glad? So I'm going to mix those two up in here. Grab a little bit more of that strong, no water, not glass, no, definitely more yellow. And I'm glad we're doing this because I'm learning too about this French version. Yeah. And I like it. So let's get her down here. Oh, you can't see it. Oh. I'm gonna kind of push it. Well, this is going to be a great opportunity to get some greens in here. All right, so the only kind of greens I have, unfortunately, I don't have any, is gouache, but we can liquefy the gouache. Eee. You know, it doesn't matter how many times I wipe these lids. Gouache is a tough nut. Ooh. So I am going in heavy with water, and I'm going to hit the gouache. Okay. Thin it out here. Now you see a lot of places it's not sticking, and I'm going to show you before we go away, which is real soon here, because I've kept y'all long enough. What we can do to those areas where the paint is just not sticking. Alright, now see, I have a patch here that's just not sticking. Down in here, I'll just slide it over. The gouache seems to stick, but it kind of gives a pebbly effect. So, alright, I'm going to stop right there. Going into these areas, and I'm going to show you what we can do to those. And then we're done. We'll come back to this tomorrow evening. This is really fun. Sorry it kept you so long talking, but we did paint. And we're going to paint some more. Oh, I have this stuff. It's Daniel Smith's watercolor ground, and it's amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just clean my brush a little bit here. Wipe it off. Wipe it off. Okay. So I'm gonna take this here and we're just gonna put it in those areas that don't want to accept paint. They just don't want to take the paint. So that's in here. I've got some here. And I know I have a few spots up in here, but I'm gonna go over this. Yep, and got a spot here. And that's it for now. Alright, we'll let that dry. And it'll dry clear. And this stuff is really good if you have like anything you could think of that you want that you want to paint watercolor on, because it gives it that surface where you can do so. Now I could have done that over here, but I like sometimes the effects work out really well for me. All right, so let's take a look at this real quick. Oh my God. This one used to be in the studio and I never really had to move it, but oh Jeebus. All right, so based on what it looked like when we started, we're getting someplace really cool. I can't wait to build those lighter trees out here and explore this textured surface. I see a beautiful old limb right there, and maybe a great big tree right here. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, my friends. This is Denise here from Seuss Art saying ciao, Bella. I love you, mommy.